Hello everybody, it's Angie, Weasel539, and I just want to share with you what happened yesterday when I went to a craft store in town to get some beads. My husband was going for a cholesterol test, and where he parks to go for the test, it was right by a craft store, so he asked me if I wanted to go, because he knew I'd have to have a nose in there. So I said yeah, okay. Well, I wanted an antique linen distress ink pad, and they were sold out of that colour. I wanted some loose beads, which I did get, and there was something else I wanted, and I can't remember what it was now, and they didn't have that either, so I was a bit what they do have in there is I call them pick and mix beads. There's like huge containers full of glass, they're just glass beads, and there's sort of black ones, green ones, red ones, white ones, purple ones. There's about, I don't know, 7 or 8 different colours that they do. And you pick a pot. There's small pots and there's big pots. The small pots are $3.49 and the big pots are $4.99. And you wouldn't get a small pot normally because it's not good value. I've got one big pot before, and that is, I don't know if you can see, that is how many beads I got in this big pot, and I have used a few of those. Admittedly, there's a lot of small beads in there, but even so, there's a lot. Well, when I went, they hadn't got the big pots. They hadn't got any in stock, so we could only use the small pots. So the guy said, okay, take 2 small pots for the price of 1 big pot, which I really wasn't pleased about, because 2 small pots still don't equal 1 big pot, but I thought I'll query it at the till and see if they can give me any extra discount. But after what happened, I couldn't wait to get out quick enough. I was going through, I like the pick and mix beads because you simply pick the ones that you want, so you don't have to have a load of rubbish. And I found some really nice beads. I don't think this is a glass bead. It's hard, but I don't think it's glass, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and they don't normally have any of that type in there, so I think somebody had put that one in there by mistake. As I was going through, I did find that quite a lot of beads had been put in by mistake. That the store is actually selling off their all their beads at the moment, or a lot of their beads, having new stock coming in, and I think people have just been picking them up and just putting them any old where, and somehow some of them are just getting out of the packaging and being just placed in. So when I was filling my pot up, the first small pot that I had, I found some glittery beads in there that no way should have been there, and they're selling them off for 99p each set. So I actually had, and I hid them in my pot, and I actually had an extra £3 worth of beads. The first ones I found was 3 of these. Ooh, rolling away. Just like spacer beads. They're like the metal with pink rhinestones in them. So once I'd found these, I didn't feel so bad about possibly being overcharged for these beads. And then 2 really, really blingy wider ones. I don't think that's going to go on a stick pin, but I could put that through a ribbon, so that'll be really pretty. I don't know. And then there's that one, a gorgeous rhinestone. I would spend £1 on that, I don't know, but that's £1 reduced. Normally they are either $2.49 or $3.49. I certainly wouldn't pay it for 1. But anyway, so I was happy that I'd got those in my little pot. So then I filled my pot. Not, as you can see, that's 2 small pots. Nowhere near as many as you get in a big pot. But as I say, I was really pleased with the beads that I got. That's a really pretty one. This one, look, it's a little kitty cat. How cute is that? It's even got a little glass tail. And he's got a face on both sides. So cute. I did actually find some really nice beads in here. As I say, it is nice to be able to choose like your own. So anyway, that was that. Then I started to look through. I keep going back to Hobbycraft because they, as I say, they're reducing all their beads, and I keep buying them while they're reduced. I bought a few of the bits and bobs as well, mainly because I had a coupon, £4 off. So I had to make it up to the £20 mark to get my £4 off. But because of what I found, I didn't exactly know how much to take to the checkout. I'll explain in a minute. Right, I did buy, the feathers are on 3 for 2 at the moment. These Marabou feathers, they're called red, but they're not your normal red. They're like a pinky red. They're really nice. These ones I fell in love with. They're craft feathers. They're sort of smaller, and they're a burgundy colour. You probably can't see on the video. And then some light and dark blue craft feathers for a Christmassy project that I'm doing. Right, when I was looking through the beads, most of them were in the 99p pot. So I'll just show you the ones that were definitely 99p first of all. I got some 3mm glass pearls and some 3mm red pearls. I thought they'd be nice on Christmas cards, for sort of stick pins on Christmas cards. Nice colours there. Small enough to go on cards. Then, as you can see, 99p metal beads. And they are like spacer beads in like an antique copper and black colour. In the same colour, some bead caps. Now this is a bit strange. They're I don't know if you can see, there's like individual bead caps. But in the pack, 13 beads. Now I just think that's a bit odd, because I don't know about any, unless it's just me, but when I use bead caps, I use them in pairs. So I find it strange that they've used an odd number of bead caps. And then in a slightly lighter shade, again the antique ones, beads there, £99. I say these would all have been £3.49 originally. These, I don't know how much they would have been originally. I'm not familiar with that range, the prices of this range. These are just flat pieces of like marble, with like a white marble going through them. And I think there's 15 in there. Yeah, 15 pieces, flat oval marble shell. Then again in the 99p clearance box. It's that way up. It's a charm, and it's a steampunk charm. It's got like a dragonfly, cogs, wheels, and like numbers and sort of masculine type design at the back there. These weren't on offer. These were £1.69 for 50. They're those rose beads, and they come in all different colours. I also received today from eBay one of my packages that contains those same sort of beads, but the really tiny ones. Really tiny. I think they're 6mm. Let's see if I can get one out of the packet without dropping it. They're tiny, 6mm. They were in different colours, but I chose the silver because I thought I could colour those with my alcohol inks or my Sharpies. Or just keep them silver, because I do like silver for my stick pins. So I thought I've got the option there if I get the silvers. Not reduced. 3 silver keys. £1.69. I'm trying to get some keys on eBay, but they are really pretty, and I wanted one for something I'm doing at the moment, so I thought I'll just get 3 until I can get some more on eBay. I keep getting outbid. Another eBay haul that came yesterday are these champagne beads. Really, really glittery and blingy. There's 100 there for, I don't know, about 52p. You know, really stupid prices. See if you can glisten in there. Right, now this is where it gets a bit weird. In the 99, there was bins of beads that were 99p reduced, 1.99 reduced, 2.99 reduced, and there may have been some. No, I think they only went up to about 2.99. In the 99p bin was some of these Design Elements beads. Now there was about 4 packs in total, and I thought that they'd probably been put there by mistake, because these are one of the new range of beads that they've got in. But there was quite a few in there. Well, so there was about 4 or 5 packs. So what I thought was, I would take them up to the counter, to the till, and see what happens when she put them through, because I could legitimately say, oh, but they were in the 99p bin, which I did do. So she scanned this one through first, and it went through at the full price of £6.99. And she didn't notice at first that it should have been reduced, well, possibly reduced. So I said, oh, that was in the 99p bin. So she said, oh, okay then. So she just looked at it, and I was waiting for her to say, sorry, these aren't reduced. And she said, oh, I'll just reduce it. She reduced it to 99p. So I'm like, oh. And she did the same with that set. Absolutely gorgeous. These are the kind of beads. They sell them in the packets like this, or they sell them on strings. You really can't see it probably on the video. And the strings particularly, you go past them and you drool over them every time you see them, but you just don't buy them because they're too expensive. And the same with that pack there. Look at those. There are some really gorgeous ones in that one. Look, if you can see that blue one. So I was like, wow. When it came to her putting my beads through in the pot, I told her what the guy had said about me having 2 small pots for the price of 1 big pot. And she said, okay, yeah, that's fine. She scanned the pot. So that's the size of the pot. You can see how tight it is, because it's got like a barcode on, and obviously the large pot has a different barcode on. So she scanned this pot and it came up as $3.49, but she didn't scan the pot. So I ended up actually paying for 1 small pot, but getting 2 pots. So with my free pot of beads and the beads that I hid in there that shouldn't have been in there, and these being reduced from accidentally putting them through wrong from £6.99 to 99p, I was like, oh, I just literally couldn't wait to get out of that store. I mean, it was all legitimately there on my receipt, so I couldn't be accused of stealing anything. It's not my fault that they put things in the wrong bins. So anyway, yeah, that was my little haul from yesterday. What I'm doing is I've got quite a lot of, you know, these containers, these sorts of containers. I've got them in various sizes. I had all my sort of paper crafting embellishments in them from years and years ago. Well, over the years, they've got kind of less, you know, I've used them, and I was only looking at them the other day and thinking I've got lots of half empty ones. So I've emptied them into like 2 containers. And sort of freed up the rest, and I'm going to be putting some beads in them so I'll be able to see. Let me just take my camera off the tripod a second. Oh, try not to make you dizzy. I started putting them in last night, and you can see my bead boxes. These are all the really sparkly ones from eBay. No, you can't really tell. I love these beads. I found these on holiday. Where's the... It's a bead and it's a bird. It's like a dove, like in a silver dove. I don't know if you can see that or if it's just too reflective. It's just reflecting too much. It's really gorgeous. All my blingy ones in there. All my silver bits in there. So yeah, I've just started to do this last night. And then I'll put all my seed beads in another tray, and I'll do them like that. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening to my ramblings. Have a good day, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.